Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark are all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
The blizzard had been endless for over a week now. Sevensport was a white blanket, lost in time, frozen. The cold even managed to cut through the deep stone walls of the castle. Sitting in his chamber next to the fire, Enger threw another great weirwood log onto the flames, cursing. This cold was like nothing he'd ever experienced. It cut deep to the bone, and no matter what he did, he just couldn't get warm. He'd heard tales of the winters of the north, but nothing could have prepared him for just how severe it was. He'd not stepped foot outside for days. His Andal settlers and small folk had it much worse, however. Enger's new land had been prospering greatly in the past few years. New houses, roads and upgrades to towns and castles had all took place, as well as the building of many great septs. The savage firstmen of this land had been easier to win round than first thought. Many had accepted the Andals once they'd seen firsthand the great changes of advancements Anger was implementing. Some even started to intermarry with the invaders. Slower, but still progressing, was the introduction of the Seven. Many northern men had cast aside their fake gods for the true gods, finding the warmth and comfort of the great septs more appealing than the damp, dark, cold woods. Obviously, there had been resistance in the earlier days. Some of the most savage of the first men had even took to stealing away Andal settlers for dark, cruel human sacrifices to their sacred trees. When these were discovered, Engard had them all butchered and the trees hacked down and burnt. The conversion of the old gods to the Seven had been much greater since the arrival of Septon Howland from the south, a pious man fully devoted to the Seven and spreading the faith to these new lands. He arrived guarded by a great knight named Johann Goldheart, the son of another great knight who'd settled some lands in the golden lands of the so-called Kingdom of the Rock. Engar had great respect for both men and had grown very fond of them. Johann claimed to be the greatest jousters to ever live. It had been some time since Engar had enjoyed the excitement of an Andal tourney. When these blasted winter ends, you will help me arrange the first northern tourney and show these first men the joys of jousting, Engar promised excitedly. I cannot wait to test your lance, Sir Johann, to see if you're as good as you claim. A great tourney would hopefully further help intertwine the two races of Engor's new realm. Once winter was over and the tourney out the way, Engor planned to start making plans to expand his realm. He didn't want to remain just some petty invader. He wanted to be a king and carve out a great kingdom like the Arryns to the south. One that would live on for generations, where his name would live on in legend. He'd have to start small though, and the lands to the east looked ripe for the taking. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Citadel with me, Grand Maester Stitch, where we're carrying on for episode 3 of the Knights of the North with Lord Engar of the White Knife. Now we are currently in the middle, or we might be coming towards the end of it now hopefully, of a severe winter. So just for the fun of the role-playing of it, I think we'll give ourselves a bit more of a beard just to try and fit in with these northern lords. There we go, a nice shaggy beard. And let's give ourselves a little bit more hair. Lord Engar is trying to adapt to the freezing. There we go, a nice little man bun by the looks of it. Very nice, very hipster. Right, so yeah, we'll try and fit in with the cold northern weather. And as we've seen there in the introduction, we have converted this area in the last episode. So we are now all Faith of the Seven in our actual kingdom. We've converted the majority of the small folks now. And we're also prospering a little bit better. We've got some better castles. We're making the city more prosperous. We've opened markets and farms, and we are also, what was it that I was going to show? Where's the cultures? We've actually managed to convert Sevensport to Andals and Andal Northmen now. We've not done the rest yet, but it won't be long by the looks of it. They are slowly changing, so it's awesome that we actually have our own culture of people now. But yeah, as we said in that introduction, there was 2 new characters that made their way north. Like I said, I'll be introducing the custom characters slowly and steadily throughout this series. So let's meet them. We have Howland, who is our new Septon Howland, who is going to he's basically come north as he has been working in the Vale in the Riverlands trying to convert people, and he's heard of the great opportunity that he's got in the north with the most savage of the first men and the old god worshippers, and he wants to come and try and convert them and show them the true faith. And he travelled north with Johann Goldheart, who is a bit of a tawny knight. He's a great knight, a great fighter, the son of a great knight who has basically started a little bit of a petty knighthood, land lordship around the Westerlands. And he has come north to, the same reason as Johann, really. So we're going to try and get a tourney, hopefully soon. He'll probably win it, I'm guessing. But by bringing a tourney to this area, we can also try and convert the Northmen, try and show them the ways of the Andals, make the land prosper a little bit more. Like I said, we're going to do things slowly. Let's just let things play along slowly. Also, literally straight after I saved the last episode and turned it off, my wife got pregnant as I was forwarding things along a little bit, so at least we'll hopefully get an heir this time, and it won't be born stillborn. Peace be with you. I gladly accept the guardianship contract between Jonquil and Torora. Yep, so our friends, a lot of them have had children now, so I've tried to set up guardianships between our 4 kingdoms that we own here. So of it, Lord Kristen of Oldcastle, Lord Kristen Bloom, he has a daughter, Tiora Bloom, who is 4, and she's strong. She's got some decent stats, really, for a 4-year-old. 2, 3, 3, 1, 2. And then he's got Colmar Bloom, her little brother, who is oh wow, he's a giant. And Lord Enger, we have took him on as our personal squire. Well, he will be when he gets a bit older, but he's coming under our guardianship, our ward. 1 diplomacy, 2 martial, 1 learning. Not bad for a 1-year-old at all, that isn't. And like I said, yes, he's a giant, so that is awesome. And then we've got Lord Danes Whitford, Lord Danes Upton, sorry, of Whitford. He's not had any children yet, but he is married, so hopefully it won't be long before she gets pregnant. But she has a daughter already, Annabelle Ryger. Okay, so she's a Ryger, interesting, and her daughter is slow. Okay, so we'll see if they get any more sons. And then we've got Lord Stephen, the Sword of Whitford, Lord Stephen Roseheart. So he now has his own nickname, which is pretty cool, the Sword of Whitford. And he also has a son, Medgar Roseheart, and we're his guardian as well. He's got 2 learning and 1 intrigue, so we may change his guardianship as he gets a bit older if he doesn't start becoming a little bit more better in martial and that sort of thing, because obviously that's the best thing that we are for. And then our brother, oh wow, it looks like his wife has got an illness as the pox, if you can remember from the last episode, is current. Wow, it's spread a lot more. It's spreading all the way through the north now, so that is not good. Hopefully we won't lose any major characters. Okay, we've had word from the Westerlands. I'm not too bothered. I'm just going to pause it for a second because I don't want that all spreading while we're still going over stuff. But yeah, our brother had a son as well, John 7-star, but he was born stillborn. So the 7-stars aren't having the best of luck with children so far. Harold Blackstar is the guardian of our nephew to our sister, Dany 7-star, our twin. But we do need to give Harold Blackstar a bride. So let's try and get him a good Andal bride. We'll do it in the Find Characters instead. We can hopefully find someone better for him than any religion. Well, it's got to be Andal, obviously. Gender, woman. Oh, search all as well. No, we don't want her to be in prison. Any culture. It doesn't really matter about culture. As long as they're an Andal. Oh, we've got an Andal. Okay, we've got an Andal Jogus Nye in Sweet Sister. That's very interesting. Let's try and go for someone with good stats. So, who's the best? We've got a 27-year-old diplomat here who's an Andal. Got 20 diplomacy. That's pretty impressive. Marshal. Okay, we've got her. Assistant. Oh, wow, she's really old, so no, we're not going to marry you to her. 27 here. Decent stewardship, ambition. One with good intrigue, because you've got pretty good intrigue, so you could make some decent children. Ah, what about this lady here from the White Cliffs? She might do. Desmira, she might be quite decent. Learning. Yeah, I think we'll go with Desmira. She's only 21 as well, so we will arrange a marriage between her and Harold Blackstar. Send. Perfect. She is absolutely perfect for him. And then, right. Let's unpause. We want to get winter out of the way, and we want to get the flipping pox to disappear. It's spreading vastly in the north. I've not had the best of luck with illness in my playthroughs lately, have I? Because obviously in our House at Vakar playthrough, for those of you who have watched it or are watching it, we have been absolutely decimated by the Great Plague. It has infected the whole of Essos other than the Dothraki Sea, and it looks like it's going to get to Westeros as well, and it is wiping out all our best courtiers, so things are not good there. But yeah, we're obviously also trying to get a claim on some of these lands to the northeast, as that, as you remember from the last episode, was a pretty small lordship, the Broken Branch, and there's no powerful lords here. We've got Hornwood, but other than that, there are no powerful massive lords like the Boltons or the Umbers or the Starks or the Glovers, so it'll be easier to take, hopefully, and expand into without getting rid of any really strong people. At the age of 24, your sister-in-law, Jonquil Colton, died of cancer. Alright, so she didn't have... so she didn't actually have the pox. So let's try and find a bride now for our brother Owen then. Master Owen, right, find characters. Yep, same again really, isn't it? Right, how old is he? 22, and he's good at martial, so... You're too old for him. Is there any other... No, 27, 27, 27. Martial, 52, 60... Oh, a 16-year-old here. Okay, from the Vale. And she's very impressive in martial. Yes, we'll go with you. And you're honourable from the Vale as well, so you never know if we can get some relationships down there with the Vale. But we can't actually marry... would it be because is he classed as a widower? So we might not be able to marry him just... Yeah, we can't actually marry him off yet. We'll have to wait a little while. That is something that I've just remembered, actually. You know how the Muds were massively, massively expanding in the first 2 episodes? Well, it seems like they may have gone too far, and stuff has gone very south for them. So let's go and have a look. Yes, the Arryns decided to conquer the Muds, so House Arryn is now expanded to all the north of the Trident and around the God's Eye, and the Muds now swear them fealty. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Will they swallow up the rest of these Riverland kingdoms? Because if they do, they're going to be one hell of a threat. The river and the mountains, the Vale, the river, the hills, that is going to be one hell of a kingdom. Everything else is pretty similar though. Right, so let's let things carry on. We're trying to make money. We're still building. What are we currently building? We're currently building private farms, so that will obviously improve our tax income, hopefully. And then in the city of Hardmead, we're making a harbours. Oh yeah, we're still doing the harbour from the last episode, which we're upgrading, which grants us plus 2.5 tax income, 7 galleys, and wow, yeah, a lot of stuff there. We gain a lot of decent stuff from that, so that is obviously going to help us prosper. It's taken a long time to get the claim on this, but I don't want to attack in winter or while the pox is here anyway. It would not be a great idea. We want to let that pass by, really. I don't think we've got any minor titles to give away. We're obviously going to have our heir soon, which is going to help massively. Most of our court are loyalist. Oh, and it looks like Septon Perwyn has got the pox. Yes, he has. Hopefully it won't kill him. There is worse epidemics that could be going around for us, at least. And we haven't got to worry about Theon Stark either. Oh, no, but his son has come of age now, King Eddard of the North. Let's mark him as an important character. No, I'm not going to swear him fealty. Trained fighter, he's kind, he's a craven, he's honourable. So I don't think we're going to have to worry about him. And yes, we finally had an heir. But it is a daughter, but at least we've got a child now. Rosenna 7-star. Do you know what? I think I might keep that name. Reneza? Reneza? It's not the worst name, it's not too bad. Name after mother. Mira, no. Name after grandmother. Name after... No, let's look for a better name, actually. I'm not sure if I like that. Okay. Jenna, Shireen, Tyene, Roslyn. I like the name Roslyn. So Roslyn 7-star. That sounds pretty nice. So at least we've got a daughter now. She hasn't got any traits or anything like that yet, so I don't really know who will make as her guardian. What do we want to train her? I think I'll leave it a year or so. Let's see what she naturally goes into, and then we'll decide who her guardian and focus is after that. Just got to wait for winter to end so that we can hold... I want to hold a great tourney of Sevensport, and I also... And we've obviously got to wait for the epidemic to go. And I also want to hold a summer fair as well, just to keep making this land prosperous. But yeah, like I said, we've got to wait for the epidemic to leave first. Wow, that is really spreading now, the pox. It looks like it started around our area, so I don't know if we've brought it over from Andalos without knowing. We have been here 8 years now, though, our kingdom. But yep, it's still here. Pox started in Jinki. Okay, started in Iban. Currently in our rare. Okay, the world is currently savaged by 3 epidemics. Your own realm is ravaged by 1. After spending lots of time with few people, you have been positively surprised by Mila. During this difficult time, you have gotten to know and understand her well in many ways. She compliments you nicely, and you have a good time together. Princess Mila of Andalos, whoever you are, you're a craven, trusting, content, and a competent steward. I have gained a friend, another friend. Wow, Engel really likes making friends, it would seem. Our money's just shot up by 200. How come we're making so much money? What happened? And our private farms have been built. Perfect. I try to get a good night's sleep, but I am tormented by horrible recurring nightmares of our people. The pleas for help and the hurtful words begin to get to me. We have to open the gates and help them. -10 opinion. I just want to survive this. You stay in seclusion. There is nothing we can do for them. Because you have the stubborn trait. Yeah, there's nothing we can do for them at the moment. Hopefully it'll pass soon. But where did all that money just come from? No one's died, have they, in our family? No? Are you ready to be married again yet? No. Well, you need to get married soon, Owen, because you want to get some heirs. But yeah, I'm sure our money was only at 200 a minute ago, so I must have come... Oh, wow. Our money goes up very quickly, doesn't it, each month? Seems like we just gained another 30 gold then. And the refuge has been built in Sevensport. Perfect. So we earn money pretty quick, which is good, because then we can keep upgrading our lands. My lord, we have had word from Brentbrook that negotiations have been taking place between the Rock and Brent. I don't really care about what's going on down there. Right. So can we further upgrade the Wolf's Den? We can. We could add a castle town, which gives us more income. Could go for a castle ship shop, but I'm not too bothered about getting more ships at the moment. Let's have a look at the city of Hardmead, actually. We could go for a mustering ground, get more men. I'm not too bothered about men at the moment. I want to just get more prosperous, get that money in, and then we can concentrate on the military afterwards. I might go for the village farms. That's only 67 gold. We get a little bit of tax income, and we get men from it. So yeah, we'll go for that. We'll build some village farms down in the city of Hardmead. And then in the Wolf's Den, we will build... Castle Shipyard gains us ships. Most of these are for men, so I think I'll go for the Castle Town. Gives us a +2 tax income, which is perfect. But that did cost quite a lot of our money. But like I said, we're making money quickly, so why not start spending it to make even more money? We could... I've fallen to the temptation of slothfulness. These are things I've neglected in my castle, things that should have been done, but I postponed them. May the gods help me. 25% chance of gaining stressed. Virtues are not worth it. Loses the trait diligent. Well, we don't want to do that, so we'll risk getting stressed. Because I like the traits that we have. Right, can we upgrade Old Castle? We could make them get a little bit better. I think I've already built private farms. About the city of Bitesmouth Town. Basic defense. Okay, so they've already got the village market, so we'll leave them for now. Hopefully they'll upgrade them a bit themselves once they get a bit more money. What about the city of Whitford Town? Your Septon Perwin of Snow, was cornered by a desperate crowd of beggars in Sevenport and has been seriously wounded while giving alms to the poor. In your name, charity can be dangerous work, it would seem. Right, we won't upgrade any of the other things just yet, because I want to obviously hold a tourney once Windsor and the Pox leaves. Right, it looks like the Pox is slowly leaving, because... well, it's spreading north and it's slowly leaving our land, so at least we'll be able to hopefully open the gates soon. And that's what we want to aim for, so that we can... there we go, it's left our land. We've just got to wait for it to leave Old Castle and the White Knife, or Whitford. No, White Knife. And then hopefully we can finally hold our tourney, get people in, get them more accustomed to the Andal ways. And awesome, fate smiles upon me. My wife, Amira, is pregnant with child again. Hopefully we'll get our son this time. She's breastfeeding child, so -10 fertility. Well, didn't take long for her to get pregnant, did it? Roslyn isn't even a year old yet. Okay, and she's got 1 martial, so it looks like she's going to be a fighter. Do we really want that with an Andal woman? We'll leave it for now and see what other traits she gains. Awesome, just 1 more kingdom left to get rid of the Pox, and we can open our gates again. Because we don't really trade or have anything to do with the Northmen anyway. There we go. Let's open our gates. We are no longer affected by the Pox. So let's host a tourney. How much is it to host a tourney? Conditions. How much do we have? Do we not have to actually pay anything? Lord Engro of White Knife gets hosting epic tournament. Yeah, so let's host a tourney. The Ravens are ready to be sent forth, notifying knights and lords alike of the tourney of Sevensport. How big shall this tourney be? A small local tourney will suffice. Knights and lords residing near Sevensport. A large regional tourney. All knights and lords of the north are invited. I don't want to hold a tourney after all. Do we go with a large or do we go with a small? All lords residing near Sevensport. Does that mean that it will be... well, if it's all lords, I imagine that will be everyone around us. So should we go for that one? Gain 40 prestige. We gain 80 prestige from that one. All knights in the north. There isn't really any more knights in the north, so we'll go for our local. We'll go for a local tourney and see what happens. We're still not into summer yet. We're still in winter, but hopefully that... okay, a message. Blessing upon you and your house. We propose that Princess Ciela of Sarhoy and Sir Lennox should get betrothed... well, that's a strange marriage. Why would you want to marry our father who is... That's a very strange marriage. I'm going to decline that because it just doesn't seem very realistic. The best part about preparing a feast is deciding what food should be what foodstuff to serve. I must purchase venison, boar and duck, spices, wine and ale, honey for the desserts, cheeses and perhaps even a swan or a peacock. I will spend lavishly on food, 20 gold, spend enough on the food to satisfy everyone's hunger. I don't want to spend too much on food. We'll go with the middle one because it is winter. Wouldn't be very nice on the small folk if we start throwing cash and food about all over the place. It is time to let the tournament begin, and for the next 2 months, let all show their martial brilliance. 2 months? Wow, it's a long tournament, isn't it? The first day's jousting is complete, with many lesser riders having already been eliminated from the competition. Now, over the coming days, the remaining men shall compete in the final list, tilting until one champion remains. Fine jousters, all of them. I will watch every tilt. Perhaps I can place a bet. I will watch every tilt. Sir Wilbert and Harold were the next two to joust in the list. After many tilts and broken lances, Harold was eventually unhorsed, leaving Sir Wilbert to be declared a winner. Sir Wilbert, commander of Whitford. And who did he fight? Oh, against Harold Blackstar, our bastard brother. So Harold was unhorsed by Sir Wilbert. Oh wow, formidable fighter. His liege is Lord Danis of Whitford, so that's interesting. He's pretty good. He's very good. I'm gonna place a bet on him for the tournament. You search the tourney grounds for the bookmaker who will take a bet on Sir Wilbert winning the tourney and finally locate such a man. He is offering odds of 20 to 10 that Sir Wilbert will prevail from amongst the 5 remaining competitors. Okay, medium bet 20 gold, large bet. We'll just make a small bet. Sir Wilbert Harold were the next to joust in the list. After many tilts and broken lances, Harold was eventually unhorsed. Yes, we know that anyway. He's pretty impressive. I don't know if to invite him to court. Only 10 martial wit. I'm just... That formidable fighter is very impressive. Can we actually invite him to court? No, we can't. Okay. Sir Edwin and Sir Lennox were the next to joust in the list. After many tilts and broken lances, Sir Lennox was eventually unhorsed, leaving Sir Edwin to be declared the winner. Sir Edwin, our courtier, a skilled fighter and a knight. Okay. Maybe our bet might come in then. Sir Duncan of Hardmead and Sir Sandor were the next to joust in the list. After many tilts and broken lances, Sir Sandor was eventually unhorsed, leaving Sir Duncan to be declared the winner. Sir Duncan of Hardmead. Okay. A knight and a trained fighter. Nothing too impressive. Oh, decent intrigue. He's not too bad. Not the best, but might find some decent people here. Lord Stephen Rosehart and Lord Kristen Bloom. Wow, our 2 friends were the next to joust in the list. After many tilts and broken lances, Lord Kristen was eventually unhorsed, leaving Sir Stephen declared the winner. Stephen of Rosehart. Now, he is a bit of a beast of a man, isn't he? He's a giant. He's strong and a formidable fighter. So... my money would have been on him anyway. Well done, a fine joust. Mummers are singing outside the town houses while slowly moving towards my castle. The summer fair suddenly felt less pleasant as the mummers, clad in strange clothes, went from door to door, singing and frightening small children. I think they will get in. They are wrong. Local revolt risk. Come on in and welcome. Yeah, get more piety. So... Sir Wilbert and Sir Edwin were the next to joust in the list. After many tilts and broken lances, Sir Edwin was eventually unhorsed by Sir Wilbert, declared the winner. That's who we were betting on, wasn't it? So that's good. That's perfect. Lord Stephen Rosehart and Sir Duncan of Hardmead were the next to joust in the list. After many tilts and broken lances, Sir Duncan was eventually unhorsed, leading Sir Stephen to be declared the winner. Stephen Rosehart. My money would have probably been on him. It was Willis and Sir Wilbert's turn to joust in the list, and Sir Wilbert won soundly. In the final tilt, Willis was sent flying from the saddle in a hail of shattered lance pieces. He landed with a sickening crunch, clearly grievously injured. Ouch. Willis, Master at Arms of Whitford. Most unfortunate. Sir Wilbert and Sir Willis were the next to joust in the list. After many tilts and broken out, Sir Willis was eventually unhorsed, leaving Sir Wilbert to be declared the winner. Ah, that's who we were betting on, though. Damn it. Oh, no, he's through. After many tilts... over several days, only 2 knights remained undefeated. Lord Stephen Rosehart and Sir Wilbert faced each other in the final joust, and after many tilts of finely executed jousting, Sir Wilbert was unhorsed, leaving Lord Stephen Rosehart to be declared the winner of the tournament. My bet has been lost, but a worthy champion. Well done, Lord Stephen, our close friend. Congratulations. My lord, since I arrived in 7th Port, there has never been a shortage of soldiers reinforcing the troops stationed there. Under our guidance, they believe fame and fortune awaits them, plus 50% reinforcement rate. So that's perfect. The tournament is over, man. The tourney is over, and now it is time to bask in the glory. Gain 12 prestige. All participants and spectators of the tourney get +5 opinion of Lord Enger 7-star. Perfect. Hopefully our money will come back up. Is that going to make Severnsport prospering yet? Level 2 refuge, but we're not prospering. Still got a couple of little things kicking off because we're obviously new to the area. Can we improve anything in the refuge? No, we can't. We can't build a trade post yet either. Be interested to see if we get a son. Have you still not managed to get a claim on these lands yet, on Sheepshed Hills? Your Master at Arms, Lord Stefan, has secluded himself in White Knife and is unable to perform his tasks. Why? We haven't got another epidemic kicking off, have we? No. I don't really know why he's done that then. No, he's okay. Lord Danis looks ill though. He's got the pox. I hope he doesn't die. His wife still isn't pregnant. And what about Lord Kristen of Old Debt? Yep, he's doing okay as well. So I did make these all important, did I? Yeah, I did. So hopefully it will tell us if they have any more children. Lord Stefan has returned to my court and can't... Okay, so he's back now then. He wasn't gone for long, was he? Just got to wait so we can start invading these. Another daughter. We need a son. Oh, and she was born, stillborn. Mordain. Yeah, we'll leave it as Mordain. It was a long and hard night, and in the end it seems for nothing. Little Mordain never lived. Wow, the 7-star family does not have the best of luck, it would seem, with childbirth. That is 2 stillborns we've had now, as well as our brother, who also had a stillborn. And he still can't get married. He's refusing to get married again, which is annoying, because we want to carry on the family name. What about Black Star? Has he had a child yet? Not yet. But he's got a decent wife, so hopefully they will have some pretty impressive children. Castletown has been built in Wolfsten. Perfect. Hopefully that will bring in a little bit more money. Oh, hey up, hey up, hey up, hey up, hey up, hey up. We've got another war kicking off because the Trident is now independent again. Lord Paramount Tristan of the Trident. Okay, unless it's just because they're at war and they're divided. Interesting. Interesting to see what's happened there. He must still be in charge of it then. He must be at war with someone, because he's got a truce with them. Hostile toward Lord Harl of Hammerhorn, and attacking King Benethar of Wayfarer's Rest in King Mathis' invasion of Wayfarer's Rest. Yeah, so he's trying to expand the Trident. I'm a little bit worried about the Arryns. They're getting pretty intimidating. They're really going for broke down south. I wonder if they'll turn their attentions north at some point, which could be worrying, because I don't want them taking lands that we want to claim for ourselves. Why is my diplomat... I'm sure I have a pretty decent diplomat, so why is it taking them so long to get a claim on that land? My friend, Princess Milla Capadel, has expressed a desire to get married. Marry as you please. You've got 8. She's got 18, so why is it taking her so long? Aphios has arrived at your court. Who are you? He's an Andal, a poor fighter, a stutter, I don't know, a lisp. Cynical, diligent, selfish, and temperate. Decent intrigue. No idea who you are or where you've come from. What is taking you so long to make a claim? How much of a claim are you making? 17% yearly. Okay, so why are you taking so long? Annette of Widow's Ford has arrived at your court. Who are these people? And now she's dead. Okay, vanished without a trace. So what was the point of that? There was no point for that. Yeah, I just want to start taking over these lands now. We have got to upgrade this a little bit more as well. I don't want to do the stables just yet. What gets us the most money? These are all for men, garrison size, basic defences. We could make the basic defences better and it's only cheap. Yeah, let's try and make the castle a little bit more better defended. And can we do anything in the city of Hardmead? Basic defences again. Yeah, we'll go with the basic defences again. Let's make our castle and our city a little bit more Andal-like. Get it away from those savage firstmen castles. We've got better builders, haven't we, the Andals? So let's try and get that more impressive. I've received word that your spy master, Harold Blackstar, has been trying to sabotage the economy of one of my provinces. This is intolerable, and to stop further interference, I have arrested him. Oh, shit. Please don't blind him like you did the other guy. Asked to ransom prisoner. No. It's only 10 gold. I've got a plot to rescue from prison. Do it. We've got to save him. I like him. Well, Engor doesn't like him, but I personally like him. We need a new spy master. His wife. Let's get her to build a spy network. Or is it skin? Plot discovery chance. No, we want to build a spy network, don't we? Plot increase plot power. Yep, send him to Winterfell to try and save our brother before he ends up getting blinded or something. It is turning colder and the people of Sevenfoot are no longer work the field, so we're still in the middle of winter. Winter's actually getting worse. Your wisdom and mercy are leisure. We offer you the safe release of Harold Blackstar for the modest sum of 10 gold. Accept. Okay, Okay, well that was easier than I expected. Well, we want to call you back then, don't we really? But I can't now, but never mind. Right, hopefully we'll get that claim soon. But for now, we'll just keep letting the land prosper. We need to get winter out of the way anyway. According to Justifer Jonquil, the small folk of Sevensport have started a delightful tradition where the small folk from several villages meet up and dance, feast, and pair up for future marriage. By promoting this tradition, Jonquil believes that the area will develop a strong local culture that will attract more peasants. A peculiar tradition, I support it. I will not waste my... Yeah, I support it. We get 40 gold, so quite expensive. We get a bit of prestige, and it gets the tax modifier up 15%, and the prosperity increases as well. So that is something that we really do want to do, so hopefully we can start getting that. Yeah, I know that we've not got any money, but we soon will earn it. We earn it quite quickly. Once winter's out of the way, I'm sure we'll make a hell of a lot of money. What is taking you so long? Basic defence built in Wolfsport. Perfect. My lord, since I arrived in Sevenport, there has never been a shortage of soldiers. Thank you, Sir Stefan. What is taking so long? I've collected an ample tax. Awesome. 16 gold, so that gets us out of debt. We can now build something in the Wolf's Den, but we obviously don't have the money. Small Andal Northman Castle. Wow, that changes a lot of stuff, but that is a lot of money. We're not going to earn that much money anytime soon, are we? Levy reinforcement up 50%. Harvest festivals at local tax modifier up 15%. And it's a mild winter at the moment, so we're still stuck in the cold of winter. I can't wait till that passes. Okay, looks like the Starks are at war. My liege, my work in Sheepshead Hills seems to have come to fruition. By bribing, cajoling, extorting, threatening, and forging documents, I have managed to fabricate a claim on the lordship of Sheepshead Hills, presently held by Lord John of Sheepshead Hills. I leave it up to you whether you press it or not. Yes, of course I'm going to press it. Right, so now, finally, we have a claim on some land, but I'm not going to attack it whilst it's winter. We will instead send our diplomat to Ramsgate to try and get the claim there so we can take both bits of land. We'll try and take the whole thing in one go maybe then, hopefully. And yeah, I don't want to attack in winter. Would not be a good idea. We're very stupid. We are obviously Andal invaders. The North are better suited to fighting in these snowy conditions, so we don't want to go for it. Who are you fighting against now, Starks? Hostile and... right, looks like Ironborn Raiders. Yeah, the Harlaws are raiding. My lord, I write to you with bad news from Sevensport. My efforts to squeeze some extra taxes out of the population have been met with resistance, and the peasants are arming themselves. I fear we might have a revolt on our hands. Well, that's not good, is it? It's not good at all. A young artist is working on a divine icon of the warrior, the aspect of the seven representing strength in battle. He needs sponsorship to finish it, so we can place it in our own set. Well, of course we're going to do it, aren't we then? Because we're zealous. We're not going to lose the trait zealous. On a statue of the warrior to represent our conquest of the great cold north. Anything kicking off down south? Yep, they've managed to take that land then. And they've took the Blackwood land as well, so that's quite worrying. My lord, Engor, Cracklow Baron is under attack from the Trident and is in need of aid. We won't get involved. So the Trident is also taking Clore Isle now. I'm getting very, very worried. Your Septon Perwin of Snow reports that Septon Perwin of Snow has been humbled by your endless generosity to the poor in Sevensport. The peasants are singing your name. Perfect. The mountain and the vale are getting out of control. We should rejoice as winter is coming to an end. Finally, we can soon press our claim on some new lands then, which is what we need to do. We desperately need to expand our lands and get that kingship that we want. Lord Enger Sevenstar, I hereby invite you to participate in the tourney of the White Knife. A chance to prove my worth. Of course we're going to participate. Carlos of Sealshore Peasant Revolt has declared peasant revolt for Sealshore on King Eddard of the North. That's good, keeps them weak and vulnerable. After arriving in the White Knife, the first day of the tourney began in earnest. You tilted against many lesser knights throughout the day, most of whom you unhorsed easily. Now, in the coming days, the final round of the list begins, and the opposition shall surely be more fierce. I shall ready my horse. The tourney herald announces the competitors for the next joust. You have been drawn against Sir Albert. You mount your charge and take a lance from your squire and ride to the end of the list as Sir Albert does likewise. Then on the queue, the horses break into a gallop. Sir Albert, Master at Arms of Oldcastle. He's a skilled fighter and a knight, so he's a holy warrior like us. So this will be interesting to see which way this goes. He is a craven though, so let's steady our horse and begin. Your opponent got the better of you when you met in the centre of the list. Your lance merely makes a glancing blow on their armour, whilst their lance hits true. Oh dear, well, that was a waste of time, wasn't it? Under my guidance, my young warder Medgar is slowly mastering the art of swordmanship. Perfect. Free martial, and he's become a poor fighter, so that's great news. He's Stefan Roseheart's son, so he's probably going to be a beast of a man once he does grow up. Sir Albert's lance strikes you square in the middle of your breastplate, exploding into many pieces as it hits. The force knocks the wind out of you and sends you flying from your horse. You are left laying in the dirt, defeated, as the crowd cheers Sir Albert. Sir Albert has been declared the winner, defeating you and eliminating you from the tournament. There's always next time. Yes, there always is next time. Sir Wilbert and Sir Albert were the next to joust in the lines. Many tilts were broken. Lance's Sir Albert was eventually unhorsed, leaving Sir Wilbert to be declared the winner. Lord Kristen Bloom and Harold were the next to joust. After many tilts to broken lances, Harold was eventually unhorsed, leaving Lord Kristen to be declared the winner. That's our friend. After many tilts over several days, only 2 knights remained undefeated, Sir Wilbert and Lord Kristen Bloom. Come on, Kristen Bloom. They face each other in the final joust. After many tilts have finally executed joust, and Lord Kristen was unhorsed. Oh, so you win this time that I don't put a bet on you. I see how it is. He truly deserved it. Fair enough. It is warming as winter comes to an end in Sevensport. Awesome. Winter is finally over. Lord Stefan's tourney is finally over, and it is now time to ride home, having competed gamely in the lists. Right. So at least now we'll hopefully be able to go to war again soon. Right. What was in that Dutch again? Awesome. 50% more men again. Let's have a look at that duchy again. High lordships. Okay, so... Oh, is that only one? Oh, no, that's 2 areas. I thought that was only 1 area then, so there is 4. So if we can get a claim on 2 and take them together, that's what I want to do, because then that gives us the claim on all of them in one go, doesn't it? We can then try and claim... Well, we can revoke the title, can't we? Or usurp the title. So that's what we want to go for. Are we prospering yet? No. High taxes, local revolt risk, harvest festivals. So they're still not very happy in Sevensport, which is a bit annoying. Has anyone else's culture changed here in the north yet either? Yes, Andal Northman is now spread to Whitford, so that's awesome. Hopefully it will spread to the White Knife and Oldcastle eventually. Let's forward along, wait for that claim, and then as soon as we do get the claim on Ramsgate, we'll try and take both. I don't think that... Is there actually a High Lord of this area? Lord John Hornwood, are you the High Lord? Lord. So I don't think we actually have a High Lord in this area. So maybe we can't use the title. I'm not sure how that would work. I was fed up with a courtier's constant nagging about a decrepit bridge in need of fixing and decided to inspect it myself. Show me the bridge. If I had not trusted Lord Danis, I wouldn't be alive. I was hanging from the broken edge of the bridge with one hand and the other was firmly held by Danis. The bridge was about to break when he told me to let go of the bridge, and as I did, he pulled me up onto the bridge and saved me. Lord Danis of Whitford, he is one of our best friends after all. Thank the 7 for Lord Danis. Opinion changes. Mutual trust. Perfect. Trust all our friends anyway. We're all great friends around here. We still got 100%. 100% with Stefan. And 100% with Chris. Wow, Kristen's now 42. He's getting on a little bit. We need to get ourselves a son. Desperately. Our heir is a female at the moment. Well, how's she? Oh, wow, she's got very good martial. We might have to just train her in martial then. So we'll go for struggle. And let's assign a guardian who is really good at martial. Stefan is the best one. So we'll send her to Stefan. He can be her guardian. We'll send her to the White Knife to be fostered by Lord Stefan. Okay, another... Oh no. Audrey of Audrey's Host has declared Audrey's invasion... Oh, Andrew's invasion. I don't know why I read that. Invasion of the North on King Eddard of the North. Well, that's worrying. He's a poor fighter, but he's going to have 13,000 men. So that's not good for the North. We're obviously not involved. It doesn't look like the North have many men. Do we get involved? Do we really want another Andal Kingdom coming to the North? Because... that could be worrying. We don't want an Andal Kingdom to take the North. That could be really bad for us. But he's not got many men. He's got... Oh no, he's got 13,000 men himself. So I don't know where they all are. But yeah, I really don't want that happening. Do we try and press this claim then? Do we have to go to war with him to press the claim? Because that's a bit annoying if we do. Claim? Yeah, we do. We have to actually go to war with the Starks to claim that, which is not going to work out well, is it, when we've only got 5,000 men? So we're going to have to bide our time a little bit more. Ah, here we go. Now he's called his men. Or we could do it when he's fighting that other armour, and what we'll do is we'll wait until they've nearly won that war, and then we'll claim that land. But I kind of don't want the Starks to lose that battle, because I don't want I don't want the Andals taking over the whole of the north. My friend Stefan has invited me to a grand banquet. Why bother? I was reluctantly into lots of people, lots of food. Good. Yeah, we'll go along. Is it actually an invasion for the whole of the north? Because that's... I don't want them to take over. Defending against Andri's host and Andri's host invasion of the north. Is he actually going to try and take the whole north? It looks like he is, so I kind of hope that the Starks win. We have arrived in the White Knife, where Lord Stefan is greeted us warmly in his feast. Bread, salt, and black beer have been seen served as the guest right, and the most delicious aromas are coming from the kitchen. Thank you for having us, my friend. Thank you. I'm very worried. Lord Stefan's feast is over and it is time to begin the long way home. After the food, the entertainment, and the warmth, the real world suddenly feels cold and hostile. Okay. The Trident carries on its... well, the Trident and Riverlands. Hey up, is that... oh, okay. I thought that was the Darkling badge then. I thought, what are the Darklings doing over there? Right, where is this Andal host and where is it landing? I'm a little bit worried about where that Andal host is going to land. Got no idea. But I'm going to end this episode here, guys, and we will see what happens with this random Andal invasion of the north in the next episode, as well as try and press our own claims to the lands to the east to start our own kingdom. We really want to make sure that that Andal host does not take over the north, because that is going to make things a lot harder for us. Then again, they might have a lot of revolts and the Starks and that going against them, so we don't know. We'll see how it goes. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Did you enjoy it? Is there anything you'd like to see, etc.? What didn't you enjoy? Anything like that? And hopefully I'll see you very soon for the next episode or one of my other videos.